Hello, and welcome back to the Jerk Circle podcast. I am your host, Andrew Reed, and as always, I am joined by my fellow friends, fellow co-hosts, Harold, Jared, and Dylan. Say hi, guys.
Ni hao.
Hello.
Hi guys.
Ni hao. All right, yep, that's an outlier. Um, so I guess Harold, we'll roll right into it. Some small talk, some updates in your lives. You got something going on that you want to update our listeners and us?
I do actually. For those of you who may know, I am a man who's gonna get married here in less than a year, but I got a new man in my
Ooh.
life. His
Huh?
name is Tommy DeVito,
Huh?
my new
Oh.
starting quarterback.
Oh.
Woohoo!
At first, I went through the stages of grief. I said no. I said, how could they? I said my team is gonna be ass. But the more I thought about it, maybe this Tommy guy is exactly what I need. A fresh wake up to what has been otherwise a pretty disappointing quarterback room. And in case Tommy doesn't work out, we have Drew Lock as our backup, and then we have freshly acquired Tim Boyle as our third stringer. Daniel Jones all the way on the bench. He is never seen the field again as a New York Giant.
Harold,
Uh,
can I? Two things.
okay, yeah.
Okay, one. So I think you can correct me if I'm wrong. They announced um DeVito as the starting quarterback. What, on Monday,
Uh
if
huh.
I'm not mistaken?
Yep.
So you're telling me you went through all of the stages of grief in 3 days, and now it's Wednesday, and you've accepted it?
Guinness Book of World Records. If you wanna world's fastest grief stage, I'll be willing to take that. Yeah, I kind of had a 180
I
on it.
mean, is
Yeah.
there really that much to grieve?
I mean,
I mean,
Realistically, I mean,
no,
I
probably not. I
mean,
mean, realistically, the second follow up though to that, Dylan, and to Harold mainly. How do you feel about Drew Lock still being the second, because he was supposed to be the backup to Danny Dimes, Danny Penny's, Daniel Jones, whatever you want to call him.
Daniel Dogecoin. Does it
Yeah,
get lower?
that.
oh,
Um, So, but now he's still the second. Like, he was supposed to come in and fill that secondary role. So once, like, if they benched Danny or if he got hurt or whatever, he was that next man up. And moving DeVito in front of him, it kind of feels like a sleazy shot.
I think two things account for that. One, as Drew Lock said, it was a very interesting situation that he came in to be QB2, and technically he still is QB2, just behind Tommy now. I think one,
Yeah,
this
still
has to do
too.
with Drew Lock not looking good in his preseason game, which preseason don't count. And then when he played
Right.
slop work earlier in the year, he did not look good at all. But two, I think it's because Brian Dable knows that if he doesn't win at least a couple games coming out this season, he's gonna get canned. So he can go with Drew Lock, who is someone he hasn't gotten too familiar with, someone that they just signed this year, or they can go with Tommy, who, if you remember last year, rattled off 3 straight wins, including against the Packers, which nobody really saw coming. Everyone was already ready to write the team off, but somehow, some way, he kind of clawed and fight back and got us to lose out on Jaden Daniels. But I think,
Yeah, because you guys went 3-3 when he started, what, last year. So
yep.
he's 500 when starting games. Um,
You know who else is 500? Eli Manning. All right, I'm.
Alright. Um, but yeah, I guess Tommy knows the system a little bit. But I mean, realistically, this is like he's auditioning to keep the starting job for next year. I mean, you guys are gonna look for a quarterback, I imagine.
I
Um,
I
is
think the
what it
best
seems
case
like.
with him this year is he plays good enough that the team goes, even though we're going to get a franchise quarterback, we're not going to you. We're going to have you as the backup, which, uh, as far as backups, I've seen way worse. I can look, if I ever wanted to see what a
Tim
bad
Boyle.
backup looks like, I can look at Oh yeah, he's on my team now. I can look at the Dolphins and see what they've been doing at backup quarterbacks for Tua.
Nothing. They've done nothing.
Hey,
Skylar
so
Thompson, baby.
how would you recommend Tim Boyle to non-Dolphin fans?
Tua. Sorry.
I don't recommend Tim Boyle. He's about as bad as Skylar Thompson.
It's like stepping in horse shit or cow shit. It's
yeah,
the same.
either way, you're in shit.
Yeah.
Which one's better?
Neither is the answer to that.
I mean, if we have to compare the two of them, I'd go Tim Boyle over Skylar Thompson. At least he's not afraid to take a shot downfield, where Skylar just throws dump offs the entire time or stands there and takes the sack like a bitch.
Well, all I gotta say is at least the Packers have a really good backup. He's undefeated, being 2-0 when he started. So just saying, I don't have that problem. All right, moving on. Jared, you got any updates in your life since last time we spoke?
I mean, not a whole lot, other than
You didn't go to work today.
well, yeah, there's that. But it was a great Sunday night. It was the first time in my life I think I was ever a Buffalo Bills fan.
Oh, dude. Oh,
Just because
that game was.
I like my
I was so
72
happy.
undefeated record, even though I wasn't born yet.
That's fair.
But as a
You're a
Dolphins
fan.
fan, that's kind of all I have.
That's well. I mean,
That's
you
fair.
got
I mean,
a
we got
great
the Dan
team
Marino
until
years,
it gets
but-
cold. Yeah, and that.
You got the Richie Incognito years where he bullied everyone.
That's true. We also had the Ricky Williams years.
Josh Rosen, I remember for half a year, long but not forgotten.
You'll
Yeah, that was not
you'll
good.
forever have Tyreek Hill on your team.
We will forever have him, hopefully.
So
I'd say Jalen Waddle, but he's just not very good,
He's not.
apparently.
Jonnu Smith is taking over
Yeah,
in
how
that
about
offense.
that guy? And I just picked him up 2 days before in fantasy football.
Hey, same. So.
Yeah, I was quite happy with that.
I
pick.
think we might be in a Mickey Mouse league, Jarrett, because
Oh, fuck off.
I saw the noti. Somebody dropped Sam Laporta, to pick up the Buccaneers defense, which
I mean, Laporta hasn't done much all year.
Yeah, I was gonna say, to be fair, Laporta literally, I think, has just started to get some production going.
Has he
the last
had a
couple
double-digit
weeks.
game yet this year? As far as
Yes,
fantasy
he
points?
I think
Did
he
he?
has.
He's had at
Yeah.
least like a couple, like I think 2 at the most. I want to say.
I'm gonna look it up right now.
But hey, you know what they
Yes,
say
I
though,
know
one
he's on my
man's
team.
trash might be another man's mild convenience.
I
Okay.
mean, you're not wrong.
Real quick before we move on to Dylan, I was looking at it today, and I know we talk a lot of football on this. It's because we have 3.5 people here that like football. Dylan, you're the half because you
Dylan's
kind of like it.
right
You kind
side
of
likes football. His left side does not.
Yeah, he's
He
like a
likes
Twitch
the-
bar.
Sure.
It's like two.
And I'm just.
He's
I'm not.
had 3 games over 10 points.
I
Ooh,
see
look
that.
at you bringing up stats. I like that. So I just want to put this out there. This is not like, I'm not being biased just because I'm a Packers fan. I just want to put this out there because I was looking at it today because I was listening to Good Morning Football podcast. Obviously the Lions are great. They steamroll teams. They look like the juggernaut of the NFL. They look like they're ready to go to the Super Bowl and just beat up on whoever it is. I just want to reflect their schedule, and you guys can have your own opinions about it. But their schedule throughout this entire season, they started with the Rams. All right, they didn't have.
Mhm.
I think they lost Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp. I don't know if that was that first game, but they won in overtime. They lost to the Buccaneers. They beat the Cardinals by 7. The Cardinals were bad at the time. Now they're leading their division. They beat the Seahawks, bad. They beat the Cowboys, bad. They beat the Vikings by 2. They beat the Titans, bad. They beat the Packers by 10. They beat the Texans by 3. And they beat up on the Jags, which is also a really bad team, probably the worst in the
unloaded a
NFL
nuke.
right now.
Yeah, they're terrible.
Put
So-
a nuke on their head.
Right. So you look at a lot of those games, the bad teams they beat up on, which I understand, like, yeah, you should do or whatever. But other than that, like I understand, like yeah, they're winning and they're 9-1 and they're doing great. I don't see a lot of like juggernaut teams. And those teams that are on there, like the Texans, you beat them by 3. The Vikings, you beat them by 2. And I understand winning is winning, but I don't know. To me, it's not like they ran through the Bills, the Chiefs, the Chargers. It's not they ran through a whole bunch of really good teams and eaten up on them. They've kind of snuck out some wins here and there, and I mean they lost to the Buccaneers early on. The rest of their season they've got Bears, Packers, Bills, Bears, 49ers, Vikings. So they've got like 6 really tough games because that Bears defense is pretty good. They held the Packers to 20 points. So
that about the Bears ever?
I never thought I'd hear that coming from
you
a Packers
you
guy.
can't. Oh no, so I'm not, as much as I'm a big Packers fan. I'm not, like, it's facts. I'm not. You can't sit here and lie about facts. I mean, they're facts for a reason.
That's
the
not
Bears
true. I can
defense.
sit here and call the Bills pieces of shit all day.
Well, I guess that's an opinion. I don't know if that's a fact.
Yeah, that's true.
But the Bears, like defensively, they have a really good team on their defense, and I don't know the numbers exact, but I'm pretty sure they're top 5, maybe top 10, maybe top 5 as far as defense goes. Rush and pass defense. So you can see that throughout some of the games that they've played. They've held teams to low yardage, low scoring. So yeah, it was just something that I wanted to put out there, and you guys can think about it and be like, huh. But I'm not, like I said, I'm not saying the Lions are bad. They're a really good team. They beat up on a lot. They beat the Packers. Like, they're really good. I'm just saying that their schedule, to me, it just seems a little bit softer on some of these teams, and obviously you expect them to beat up on like the Titans, the Jags, some of those, the Cowboys. Oh my God, the Cowboys are bad.
All right, now I got a question for you then.
Right.
Since we're talking football time, who do you think is going to be in the Super Bowl?
Realistically, if I'm
Yes.
being honest, I want to see. Well, I want to see the Packers. It's hard for me to say that just based on how we're playing. I just don't think we'll stand up to like the Lions, maybe even the Vikings. I don't know. We'll have to see how the season goes. But as of right now, I would pick Lions-Bills.
That's what I
And
got.
they're probably the 2 favorites.
That's who I would go
That's
with.
kind of crazy because that's exactly what I was thinking too.
And if
I
that's
mean,
the case,
it's
go
not
Lions.
too far.
Not crazy.
Yeah, it's not crazy. Like I said,
No.
the Lions are 9-1. They're favored for the lead. They've beat up on a lot of teams, bad teams, but I just want to see how they're going to perform against the Bills, how they're going to perform against the 49ers, how they're going to perform against the Vikings again, maybe even the Packers again. I don't know.
I think
And then
they're
if
a
you
team.
go to the playoffs, can you steamroll people like the Eagles, because they'll probably be in it. The
We'll
Commanders, their defense has gotten really good over the last several
That
weeks.
whole team's gotten sneaky good.
Yeah, they're really good. Even the Cardinals, they've started to get really good.
Yeah,
I don't.
started rolling.
I'd say they're probably more of a fringe team. I don't know how long they'll last. I'm not 100% sold. I like it because I always worry about the teams that do so well so early. It's like, okay, well, can you
Right.
keep that up? And a lot of the times you just don't see it. You have your few select teams like the Bills, the Chiefs.
The Saints.
Nope.
Let's say the Vikings started
You know
that
how
year.
the
Didn't they
Saints
start
started
out,
off
4 or
like
5
the
and 0?
greatest show on turf, and then they immediately
Oh, yes.
regress.
Yeah. Yep. So, yeah, I just wanted to put that out there. Just some food for thought. Like I said, I'm not saying that they're bad. I just wanted to put out their schedule, and you can take it for what it is. But moving on to Dylan. Dylan, buddy, you got any updates since the last time we spoke?
I got nothing.
What?
I mean, I've been getting back into the swing of things. I don't know. Getting back on the schedule.
There's nothing new that happened at all. Could be
No.
anything.
No. Nothing.
Dang.
All right. Well, Dylan's boring. I think we've all established that.
Dylan's getting put on the bench.
Yeah, he's gonna get
Yeah,
benched.
yeah.
He's gonna get benched.
yeah, he's
Tim
gonna be
Boyle.
benched for.
No, Harold's getting
Okay,
benched.
don't do our boy like that.
Yeah, that's pretty
Absolutely
low.
not.
Sorry.
That's really low.
Fine,
How dare
Drew
you?
Lock will.
He's
take
at least a
moment.
Matt Flynn type backup.
Yeah,
Okay,
Matt
okay.
Flynn. There we go. Yeah.
Oh, would you say a Kurt
Yeah.
Benkirk maybe? You know.
Hmm?
A Malik Willis with the Packers, maybe.
Nah, you're giving Dylan too much credit. What about Nathan Peterman?
All right, we're done. We're gonna move into our next topic here, the main topic, the main course, if you will. We all know Thanksgiving is next Thursday, and I don't know about you, but I know everybody, I guarantee in this chat, is thinking about some Thanksgiving food. We're thinking about that comfort food. Well, that's not what we're talking about. We're not talking about that this week. We are gonna talk about the inverse of Thanksgiving. You're like, Andrew, what are you talking about? The inverse? We're talking about stuff that you say no thank you to. No thank you. That is what we're going with. So anything that possibly that you deal with in life that you're just simply like, no, I don't want to deal with that. No thank you to that. Could be anything. It could be food, music, people you deal with, interactions, whatever. No thank you. That's the topic, and I would like to hear from all of you fine gentlemen on what that might be. So Harold, we'll start with you if you're fine with that.
I'm
you
perfectly
got
fine with
something?
that because I got something I'm not thankful for. Anyone that uses anything less than 4-ply toilet paper, no thank you. I should not
Agreed.
have to be in
100%
fear
agreed.
of wiping my behind and having a QB sneak in my end zone. That is not fair. If I wanted a
Agreed.
tush push, I would ask for a tush push.
Oh,
No, I'm not. It's
love it.
2024. We're not cavemen. You know, thick it up. I shouldn't have to
Dude,
wrap my thing like a
Pick
ballistic.
it up.
Like,
dude,
what are we doing?
have
here?
you ever
I second that all
the
day.
worst? Yes, 100%. The worst thing that I think I've ever seen, and it's funny because I think Bill Engvall talks about it in a comedic show. RV stuff, and RV like some of their toilet paper on the top it says rapidly dissolving toilet paper, and he
Mhm.
goes, "Just how rapidly are we talking?" He's like, "I gotta make sure that it's gonna be there to finish the job." Yeah, no, I am 100% with you. Definitely, it's gotta be 4-ply or more. You gotta make sure it's thick. You don't get doo-doo on your fingies.
You don't want that.
You know, for those of us who are SpongeBob enthusiasts, that's what Squidward said. When he cries with his tissues, he needs 4-ply when he cries. He doesn't use 2. He doesn't use 1. He doesn't wrap up one with a bajillion wraps. He uses 4-ply. 4-ply when he cries.
Yeah. I'm. This might be a little controversial, but I use wipes. I use baby wipes, flushable wipes.
Absolutely.
Oh, those are good. Those are
You-
good.
Say whoever snickered can just leave right now. I like a
probably a
clean
Dylan
booty
guy.
hole. Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
I mean,
I
I,
like a
didn't
nice-
say anything, but
I thought it
I
was
don't
kind of
prefer
funny
the
at
light.
first, but then I quickly agreed.
How do you not
I get
prefer
it.
Have you ever used
hold
them?
on. Wait, hold on.
Yes,
I get
I
it. I
have.
get it
I
though.
have.
Yeah, I get it because a lot of people
Comes
don't like that
pretentious.
like moist feeling on their
Squeaky clean, though.
behinds.
Yeah, I don't really like the wet sensation.
I get it.
I get it. The thing that I have with toilet paper, couple things. One, like I don't ever feel like I'm completely clean down there. It doesn't matter how much I use. It just to me, I'm just like I feel like I've been wiping and wiping. I'm like, why is not every like to me? It's like I use wipes. Yeah, it's a little moist, but I feel like at least it gets everything, and I feel
Cleaned it.
great.
You're not digging in the endless coal mine.
Also, like we're dudes. Yeah, that we're dudes. We got hair in our assholes, so it's not like it's just a nice
Yeah.
smooth butthole. All right.
Right in the
So when you put the toilet paper there, sometimes it rips, and I don't like
Mhm.
that. I don't like that.
like
So-
someone, it looked like someone TP'd your butt.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright.
So when I'm wiping my hairy tarantula, I gotta make sure that
Okay.
it's
Alright.
I gotta make sure that it's clean. All right. So I get
No.
it, Harold. That's a great one.
Uh,
All
Well,
right,
no,
Jared.
thank you.
What a yeah.
Or
No thank. We're gonna
you.
say no thank you to
Yeah.
that. Jared, you got a no thank you topic that you like?
Well, mine's just a no thank you of onions.
You don't like onion?
Onion. I
Just
don't like
any
Something-
kind of
there's
onions?
something
onion.
wrong
I don't
with-
like the smell of onions. I don't like the taste of onions. I don't even like looking at them.
Powdered onion?
They're so good.
anytime somebody says I don't like looking at him, I immediately think of Squidward and the bowl of onions next to him, and he's sitting there
Nice.
crying and getting pissed.
Can't say I've seen that one.
What?
Yeah.
Where like the
But yeah,
where
no-
like the onions, the bowl of onions just appears next to him, no matter where, like what frame he's in.
Oh God, that would be terrible. That sounds like a nightmare he's living.
It's a funny episode. I don't remember what it's from, but it's an episode of
Well,
SpongeBob.
Yeah, I could tell you.
Maybe this obviously is getting a little off a topic, but if like in Silent Hill it's supposed to be like the manifestation of your worst nightmares, I think
Oh, the
Jared
onions
would be
everywhere.
walking around and one corner Skylar Thompson and the other corner is just big old things of onions just sneaking up on him.
Yeah, and all the fog in there would just be the smell of onions and make my eyes burn.
Oh.
Ooh.
On the bright
So-
side, it'd be burning so bad I won't be able to see the damn things.
So is it just the experience of like you eating them, or the experience of like maybe your mom cooking them when you were little, and you're just like, oh my gosh, my eyes hurt. Like I don't even want to
Onion
deal with this.
I've never ever cared for the taste. Don't like the texture. And then through high school, I worked at a restaurant. Every Wednesday, I had to cut up 500 of them for French onion soup.
Ooh.
So that really increased the hatred for them.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't agree.
Yeah, I don't.
I
But-
don't like them.
But Dylan, don't you like a certain kind of onions, or like a kind that you don't like?
It's not that like I don't like a certain kind. I prefer a certain kind, like on burgers and stuff.
Like raw
Okay.
or cooked or
Yeah, usually raw red onions, preferably.
Mm.
And then if I have the choice, I'm gonna get like the shoestring or like the crispy onions.
Ooh,
Mm.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm the exact opposite of Jared. I love onions. I
Most
absolutely love
people are.
onions.
French onion
Um,
soup, top 5 soup.
I could see it though, because it's weird. People always give me like this might be a little controversial, but I like tomatoes, but only in certain forms.
Nope,
I
I'm the
don't
same way.
like I don't like whole tomatoes. I don't like big slices of tomatoes, but I like ketchup. I like small diced tomatoes. I like salsa.
Yeah.
Like it's
I can
weird,
agree with
but
that.
it's the I don't want to bite into a salad or
It's a raw
a
tomato
burger
thing.
and just get like a big wet like textured tomato. Like to me
Mhm.
that's just not good, and I understand people like my wife can just make a tomato mayo sandwich and that's all
Ugh.
there is on
And
there.
my-
And yeah,
my
I know. To
grandma
me, I'm
ate a
like
tomato
"Ugh,"
like
every
it's an
time.
apple.
Oh no, yeah. See,
Yeah.
no, I'm not. No. Yeah, but I love onions. I'm a big onion ring guy. If we go somewhere, I gotta try some onion rings. It's amazing. Cheddars, you dip those in ranch. Oh, so good, so good. Now I'm getting hungry, man. Harold, do you like onions?
I don't know if there's an onion that I didn't like. I mean, I had a bloomin' onion for the first time in a while, and oh
Ooh.
man,
Ooh.
Yeah.
so
Is there a
good.
food in general
are
you
good.
don't like?
I used to not like peanut butter until Dylan actually showed me the way.
Oh,
He,
that's a change.
Really? You
Yeah.
didn't like peanut
yeah,
butter?
I was a peanut butter
crazy.
hater. Like top
That's
number
crazy.
two,
Ah.
number two
I
biggest
showed
hater.
you the way.
Yeah, Dylan did. So around, I think it was Thanksgiving,
Yeah,
maybe
segue,
last
segue.
year, maybe a little bit ago.
Sidebrain.
Yeah, segue. Dylan made some peanut butter pie.
Oh,
And
That
it
sounds
was so
good.
good.
Yeah.
The next
Aw.
morning, I had to do a morning after test. I went to the gas station and bought
to make sure, just to make sure.
I bought a Reese's peanut butter cup, and like I sat on my kitchen table or at the kitchen table and I ate it, and I was like, oh my goodness, this is good. Like my eyes are open. It was
It's a good
Dude,
resolution
oh.
You
there.
can just hear the choir
been
in the
a while.
background.
Oh, absolutely.
I gotta
Oh.
make some peanut butter pie again.
That sounds
Yeah,
so
you do.
good.
Oh,
It
have
is.
you?
It's
You
so
haven't
good.
given Jared any peanut butter
Oh,
pie?
This is the first I'm hearing of this.
No, I haven't
So
even
good.
had it since I met him.
It's
Wow.
elite. It's
Oh.
just
The
I'm
last time I
heartbroken
had
right
it was
now.
when I made it for that Thanksgiving.
All of our talks
uh,
about peanut butter stuff, and you're first bringing this up.
yeah.
What the fuck?
I don't know.
My
Okay, I'll
heart
get
is
on it. I'll get
broken.
on it.
Mhm.
Shattered.
See, I'm telling you, I don't
I'll
know
have to pick
how.
up the ingredients.
I don't know how a woman hasn't like gotten with Dylan yet because this man
They
can
going, I'm
cook.
gonna soon.
Mail in at the Jerk Circle podcast show if you
Hey,
are ready to mingle.
Don't listen to Harold.
No,
He's
I
potty
don't need
trained. He
that.
can cook. He can clean.
Okay.
He's cute. He's not
All right.
weird. He's perfect. He's perfect.
Sure. All right. To kind of bring it back to the segment a little bit. One question before we move on to Dylan. Harold, you said you had a bloomin' onion. I'm assuming was that from Texas Roadhouse that you tried that at?
I had a bloomin'
Or is it
onion from
somewhere
Texas
else?
Roadhouse. Oh man.
Yeah.
And then it has
So
that little
good.
like that Southwest like ranch that comes with it.
Oh.
Yeah.
That stuff is fire. That
And
is
then
so.
you like
Oh.
order like 3 of them things, and then like you're dipping your fries in it. You're dipping
Excuse me.
your. I didn't dip my steak in it. Cheyenne cut off a little piece and dipped it in there. I almost thought about putting it in my drink, my little mix bev,
What?
but I held back.
Ugh. Yeah.
But
See, that's
man, that stuff
that'd be a
was
no
good.
thank you for me putting that in my drink. If
Yeah,
it's
no.
that's a no thank you. All right, Dylan. What is your no thank you topic?
You see, I could make you all mad and talk about something I know we've talked about before.
Let's get some gravy.
Oh, you make it
But
controversial.
I
Do it.
won't. I won't.
Aw.
What
Say it with your
irritates
chest.
my no thank you is something that irritates me deeply.
Okay.
Is something I'm currently dealing with at work. Is people who don't know how to read social situations
Okay.
and they interject for no
Oh.
reason. And it's about random stuff that really no one cares to hear about. It
Sounds like Dylan's really
irritates
tied to
me.
this.
Sorry.
It
specific.
irritates me.
Yeah. What like topic? Is there an example? Like something happened at work today? Or?
Let's see. Well, we noticed it was snowing at work, right?
Okay.
And he went on like 10-minute rant to my coworker about how much he hates the snow. When man was clearly giving like a I don't really care, I just want to do my job vibe. And then continued to walk over to me and talk to me about how his snowblower works.
At
Like,
least it
yours?
works.
At least his snowblower works.
That's right. We got that much snow. You need it.
Yeah.
It
That would.
irritates me. It irritates me.
Yeah. To me, I'd be like, I'm checked out of this conversation. Like, move on.
I do. I
You know,
kind
that's
of
one
just try
thing.
to ignore it.
That's one thing is like to like tee off of that a little bit. People that say the most obvious stuff when I know it because either A, I'm experiencing it just as much as you are, or
Uh.
B, because I can see it and you're telling me
Yeah,
about it.
yeah.
Like, oh my gosh, that is a big like no thank you, like I don't care. Like just
Yeah.
why are we wasting time talking about this?
I think my
Yeah,
favorite is when you're at
I
work
agree.
or you're out in general and someone comes up to you and goes, "You don't look happy," when you're very clearly not happy. It's like, well, what do you
Oh my
think I'm gonna
gosh.
say?
It's extremely obvious.
No, I'm happy.
Yeah.
How could you tell?
What gave it away?
Yeah,
You know,
for
this
real.
is kind of off topic, but I saw something on Facebook. I think it was Facebook or it could have been X, Twitter. But someone made a post and it was like, "Oh, I just secretly found out that I'm getting laid off. What is the best way that I can make them feel the most uncomfortable before I leave?" And someone responded, "Yeah, you should go around or like go near their office and just talk about how you're so happy you have this job and you couldn't imagine living without this job if you didn't have this job, you might end it all.
Oh,
And
my,
I'm like, oh, that would make them
Oh.
uncomfortable.
oh, dude, that'd be insane.
Oh, I kind of
That-
chuckled at that. That was kind
That
of
dude's
funny.
about
I
to get
mean, I
fired
guarantee
at like
they'd feel bad.
dude's working at like O'Reilly's or something, and he says that. Oh man,
Oh,
Oh, jeez, man.
I'm gonna drink all the brake cleaner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Oh, yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, anyway. Yeah, I would. So, my no thank you that I think I'm going to bring up is people who cut you off or cut in front of you, and then whether they're turning, getting off on an exit on the highway, or they're turning like a mile down the road, no thank you. I don't like it. It pisses me off, especially when there's nobody behind me. If there's like
Right.
miles and
Yeah, that's
miles of
irritating.
just empty space and empty road, why are you so inconsiderate?
right? You
And
can't
just
wait
be
the
like-
extra 5 seconds.
Yeah, you couldn't wait an extra 10 seconds to come behind me, and then I don't have to worry about slamming on my brakes. You don't have to
Mhm.
worry about me getting up on your ass because you just cut me off. Like, oh,
Yeah.
that's a big no thank you to me. And just like, don't like people. They don't have the self-awareness. Or maybe they do, and they're just like, well, I don't care because I don't like anybody and I don't have a life, so I'm just going to cut everybody off and they can all
Well, yeah,
deal
I'm
with
sure
it.
that's what most people think, right?
More likely.
Oh, you can tell I'm a little upset about it. Big no thank you. All wound
No,
up.
it is. I agree with you though. That is very annoying. Like you
Mm.
couldn't wait because just you're gonna turn in front of me like a mile later. What was so important that you couldn't wait the extra 5 seconds?
Oh, yeah, them are the best when they cut you off and then turn at the first next road.
Yeah,
mhm.
like bro, there's no one behind me. Why'd you have
Yeah.
to cut me off?
Yeah, I've had so many, like, countless moments, and I'm sure people can relate to this because there are people like that. I really try not to just because of how much it annoys me, and I'm just like, I can see that, oh, hey, there's nobody coming behind him, I'll let him go. That way I don't have to worry about him. But there have been so many times where somebody just cuts out in front of me, and even if they don't turn off, they don't even go the speed limit. Like, there are people going like 52, 50 miles an hour when I go like 60, 62.
In a school
I'm like-
zone or
Yeah.
Jesus.
just checking.
Next question.
Ooh.
No, just kidding. But yeah, so like I and somebody that does that, like I gotta not slam depending on when they pull out, but like you gotta slam on your brakes, and now I can't use my cruise, which helps my gas mileage. Yeah, it's a first world problem, I guess, but
It's
Yeah.
still a problem, though.
I feel
Yeah,
like
it
it'd be
is-
a
it is
problem
still a
back in
problem.
the olden times with the horses too.
I mean, maybe.
what would that even look like? Someone's like, yeah, we gotta get in front of this guy. Yeah.
He's hogging the mud trail. I can't go off road. There's snakes in the bush.
I think you had to be careful doing that back in the day. You're just going to get shot if you do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Different times. Different times.
Can't shoot nobody nowadays. The world's gone soft.
Well,
All right, we do
Well,
not
you
condone
can't.
shooting on this podcast. I just want to say
it's
that.
just there's a little bit more penalty to it now.
Unless you're shooting the threes on the NBA court, you know,
Oh,
Yeah, that's
Ooh. Yeah.
Curry.
So I want to open up before we kind of move on. If there's any other no thank yous, stuff that comes to mind, maybe off the top of your head, you're just like, "Ooh, I wanted to talk about this," or I'll just open it up. If there's anything else that the group has?
let me tell you what. I absolutely despise broccoli.
Ooh,
No,
in
thank
all
you.
forms, in
All forms. No, thank you.
big no thank you to broccoli.
Big no, thank you.
No to broccoli cheddar soup.
Ooh, broccoli cheddar soup.
Can't
is
do
so
it.
Good.
That's not bad. That's one way I'll eat it.
Yeah, that's good.
Why?
Will not do
Buttered
it.
steamed broccoli. Ooh.
Ugh.
When it's in the oven and you got like butter and like oil on the end, so it's all like crispy and salty and like crunchy.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
See, I don't like the texture. I don't like the taste. I don't like the smell of it.
Oh,
It
really?
is,
You don't like getting broccoli farts?
Basically, you feel about that how I do onions.
Yeah, it's a big no. Big no.
Jared, Harold. I mean, Harold. It seems like you really like them. Jared, what about you?
If they're cooked and stuff, I don't have an issue with them.
Okay. Yeah. See, I think I'm like that. Like I'm really weird. I don't like them raw, but I like them cooked, and it gets. I don't know. Maybe I'm just very specific about my food. I'm not like, I'm not high maintenance or anything. We're not gonna say that. But I prefer like the tree side more than like the stalk, because the stalk sometimes can be really like either too hard or like is really chewy, or if it's not like done well, then it can be bad. But that's why I like it steamed, because steam makes it a little bit softer, and then you add like your butter, your oil, like Harold you were saying, and salt and pepper. Like that's really good.
Hmm.
But typically I'll even go one step further, and Dylan, you might not like this. Sometimes I just like steamed broccoli with nothing on it. It's just the watery broccoli, and that's
See that?
sometimes to me that's really good. So
I think if I have something to dip it in, yeah, like ranch or even like hummus, but like raw, like
like raw. Ugh.
broccoli, I'm like, I feel like I'm just getting it more in my teeth and in my mouth than I am in my throat.
I don't like that it in the raw form. It tastes like I'm really like eating a plant. Like
I mean,
like
You
yeah, I am. But like if I went out into a meadow or garden and just like picked it up and just like that's pretty much what it is.
a dandelion.
yeah, yeah.
Oh boy.
So Dylan, do you like cauliflower? No way.
Not
no way
really.
You say,
I
I was
about
gonna say
to
no way.
It's
I was like
better.
no way.
It's better than broccoli. I can at least stomach it.
I think
Like
it's the
raw or
opposite.
cooked.
Probably raw or cooked.
Ugh.
No.
See, I'm like that. I don't
Like
like
if I
it
can
raw.
if I can
Ugh.
dip it in ranch or something, like not on its own, but if it's
Well,
in
I
a
mean-
dip, yeah.
Ranch makes everything better, though.
That is true.
Indeed, it does.
See, I haven't gotten there. I don't like Hidden Valley Ranch.
You're
It doesn't
joking.
have to be Hidden
Harold,
Valley. There's
Harold,
other
Harold,
ranches
I
that are
said this.
good.
Harold, I literally said this when we went out to dinner the other night.
I know, but I'm in such shock and disbelief that you would say that out of your mouth. If my fiance heard about that, she might actually just kill you straight up. Cause
That's fine. She can kill me because given the context. So first of all, your fiance should know. I already don't like ranch, but I have grown accustomed to liking house ranches, like Dylan said. Like Cheddar's does a really
that
good
one's
house
better.
ranch. There's like the zesty ranch, and then there's a regular creamy ranch from Texas Roadhouse. So I've actually like ranch has kind of grown a little bit on me. I still don't. I haven't gotten over the fact that like to me Hidden Valley Ranch is like it's really strong. Like it's a really strong ranch taste where it's not like a creamy. It's like more like it's thicker. The density is thicker. It's like it's got
more for
more
like
of
a
a punch
solid.
to it. Yeah, to me it's like I like barbecue sauce, so I like a house barbecue. I like the bottled barbecue. Like I like all forms of it. Versus like
Yeah.
if I only like ranch certain kinds, I don't think I'm gonna like all of it. Or I haven't gotten there. So you could give me a little bit of grace that I've actually found some ranch that I like.
I would say that
Of
is
course.
the bougie, like,
Yeah,
kind of
it's
cutesy
gotta be
little
bougie.
puppy in the lady's purse type of answer. But I guess I can understand where you're coming from with Hidden Valley being a certain type of ranch, not liking it.
Yeah.
So I'll give you
Right,
that.
because not all ranch is the same, right? I mean,
No.
I'm assuming you
It
guys
is
can
not,
agree to
no.
that. Just like not all barbecue is the same, and not all honey mustard is the
No.
same. I'm a big honey mustard
Yeah.
fan, so.
Oh yeah.
Anything else? Any other no
yes,
thank yous?
I do have a
Harold?
no thank you, and this one hits close to home. No
Okay.
thank you to ads, especially on YouTube.
Oh my God! Yes, thank you.
I'm trying to watch some person rebuild 2-star Navy on NCAA. I do not need to know about the 60-second, 90-second ads of like the election and stuff, and this guy eats children. It's like I don't want to know this. I just want to watch Army win. Like, why do I? And like some people say, "Oh, just get YouTube Premium." Brother, I'm not paying $15 for YouTube Premium. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
mine.
like It's like, why do I have to pay more just so I don't see this? Back in the days, it was just YouTube. You didn't get ads. It wasn't a thing. You could
Right.
literally just play a 3.5 hour long video and there were no ads. I understand like
in
stuff
the
has
days.
changed, but I second that. That's a big
Then we
no
found
thank
out
you.
what monetization is.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, that's a good one. A big no thank you to
Yeah.
ads on YouTube.
And I feel like
Um,
YouTube has them like way more often than any other
And I don't know
like
if
service was.
any of you've noticed, but the lengthened ads are different between watching them on your TV versus watching them on your PC.
Mm-hmm.
I have not
Like
noticed that.
on TV, you'll get the
Yeah.
unskippable 60-second ads.
Uh-huh.
No,
the longest
well-
the longest unskippables you get on a computer is about 15 to 20 seconds.
Well, hold on, Jared. I will say, no, YouTube is nice enough when it gets down to about 10 seconds, you can skip it,
Oh,
but it
yeah.
gives you another 5-second ad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know if you've ever had that before.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Oh my gosh, that is like so like annoying. I was gonna say irritates me, but that's a little too much. But like, yeah, it's like, oh, I waited 60 seconds. The first time I found out about that, and I was like, oh, skip! I don't want to watch the last 10 seconds of this stupid thing.
Yeah. It
Here's
just
another
says
ad for
skip
5
and really
seconds.
small. It says
Yeah,
ad right
they're
next
still
to it.
going to get you.
Yeah, it's like I was like, I just skipped it. Why am I getting? I
Oh,
just
yeah.
hit the skip button. Arr!
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Wait, before we go to the next thing, I know me, Harold, and Dylan have talked about it, but did you watch the Mike Tyson fight?
I tried. I couldn't.
Okay, that's what I was wondering.
Yeah, no, I talked to a coworker and I asked him. I said, I mean, the NFL has got to be somewhat concerned about their
Frank.
Christmas games, and he's like, oh, I guarantee that they're going down there and making them prove that they can handle like X amount of users or X amount of viewers or how much bandwidth or whatever the terminology is for that, because I'm like, I guarantee you, like, NFL is like, yeah, if this doesn't work out, either A, we're gonna try and get our money back, or B,
Mhm.
like, we're never doing this with you again.
Fuck
So
Right.
it. Giants,
'cause-
Panthers on Tuesday.
NFL is very, very like specific, very touchy about their stuff. Like it has to be the product that they envision. So
Right.
I guarantee after seeing that, they're like, yeah, we got to make this work.
Do you think?
Yeah, the biggest fight
it
of
was
the night was
insane.
those Netflix servers.
I will say,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
unfortunately,
Literally.
we were able to see Mike Tyson double cheeked up. That part did not.
Yeah, we
suffer.
did.
That part did
Nope,
not
that
snooze.
one perfect.
That was smooth as butter, baby.
Oh man.
No, why? Why? I don't even know why.
I mean,
You
that
think it
kind of
was
whole
rigged?
fight was a I don't know thing.
You think
Oh,
it was rigged?
100%. 100%
Yeah.
was rigged.
I mean, I didn't think that at first, but the more and more I see clips, the more and more you see Mike Tyson holding back so many punches.
Right. And I
it's
think
just-
the biggest thing for me was like round 2 or 3 when they got into that lock. And a lot of people speculate on this. Like he got right up next to Mike, and it was like an opportunity to whisper. I don't know if they actually did, but then like Mike like tapped him on the back, like, "Oh yeah, I got you," and then they broke apart. Like just
Right.
looking at that specifically, like, I don't know. No, I've never seen anybody else do that.
Yeah, I my assumption, like logically, I always try to put stuff together. You
Hmm.
can't put out snippets of video of like Mike Tyson just like looking like the best that he ever has, or like
Like
looking
Iron
kind of
Mike.
like prime. Like dude
Mhm.
was going really fast, like really aggressive, and then that's the product
That's
you
what
put
you
in
get?
the ring.
Yeah.
There's no, like, to me that just, and you're not gonna hold that back because like Mike Tyson's a really good fighter and he's proven that. It's not like he's one guy that's just like, yeah, I'm gonna get in the ring and it's just like, yeah, I just don't feel like it today. Like he's just
Right.
gonna go out and ball out and he's gonna throw knockouts and
Yeah,
he's gonna
well-
beat you every way.
I think for him it was more about the payday. You know,
Well,
I
yeah, he's
mean,
getting what, like 20 million?
contracted for what? Yeah, like 20 million. All you got to do is sit there and take it.
And
You
then
know?
he's teasing to have a match with Logan Paul, if that's gonna even happen.
And I
That's
mean,
gonna be
he
another
literally
payday.
like publicly stated that he was dumb and like blew all his money.
Mhm.
So
Uh,
he needed money.
You know, if he wanted more money, they should continue doing the Mike Tyson Mystery Crew on Adult Swim. You know, I thought that was a pretty good show.
Never heard of it.
it just leads me, even like that just like solidifies the point. Like, yeah, it kind of feels rigged. Maybe like not specifically, or like it just feels like, yeah, because of that he was just
Yeah.
gonna take it, let Logan like or Jake win, and and to
As
me that feels kind of rigged in a way.
as our buddy,
Yeah.
as our best buddy would say, it's not fake, it's scripted.
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
I don't know.
Which
From hearing a little bit of conversation today, it either that the fight is under investigation or potentially could be because it was like a professionally sanctioned match.
Mhm.
If they find out like he held back or anything, or like even
How do you?
Jake was holding back, they're gonna lose a lot of money because that was a professional fight and it was betted on. That's a
Yeah.
lot of legal fines.
it's not. It's kind of in the same breath it goes with, like, you can't actively tank in the NFL because you will be investigated. You are liable and obligated to keep winning and try your hardest, and like you can't just tank. You can't just give up
Right.
and just say, yeah, we're
Right.
gonna do everything we can to get the first overall pick.
Unless you
Right.
get Doug Peterson as your head coach, then you're tanking.
I just
Yeah,
want to say
I
one
don't know.
thing before we kind of move on. Jake Paul has more wins in the AT&T Stadium than the Dallas Cowboys. So
Yeah, he
that is
does.
at home.
You
That's
know,
funny.
And the
I
whole
think
stadium's falling apart.
Yeah, literally.
the Giants are. I saw a list of teams that have more wins in that stadium than the Cowboys in this season, and it's everyone. You know,
I was gonna say anybody
shit.
that's been there.
I mean, I might have had a win. I don't know what I was doing there. You know, maybe one of those late night stoopers. I ended up winning the Super Bowl. I don't know, but like, you know, what are we doing, Jerry?
Right. Oh my gosh, it's so bad. He just this guy, like,
What
he
a guy.
doesn't want to put up curtains because it says that's part of the home field advantage. It's not home field advantage if your star wide receiver that you just paid all this money for can't catch the damn ball because
Right.
the sun's in his face. That's
What's-
not home field advantage at all. I don't
Yeah.
get that. That logically that doesn't make any sense.
What would you say is the Jerry Jones quote of the week? Him saying that Netflix is a scrappy underdog competitor, or him saying, "What, you want me to put up curtains? You want me to demolish the whole stadium while I'm at it?" He's such a sassy
Yeah.
guy. I don't know if I like it or not.
But he puts up he does it for WWE when they played there. I think it was like, I don't know if it was SummerSlam or if it was WrestleMania. I think it was WrestleMania that was there. He put up curtains for that, so he can do it.
I
He
think
just
it
doesn't
was-
do it.
I don't know where.
And then-
oh yeah, we had WrestleMania.
and then-
yeah.
And then we see the product of Cooper Rush. They physically traded. They gave up or this guy was a third round pick, but they gave up a draft pick to get Trey Lance, and he, quote, I think today or yesterday, said, I have no interest in seeing Trey Lance start. So you just wasted a draft pick then to get him? Like, why did you get him then if you don't care to see him start? We know what Cooper Rush is. Yeah, he went in there and did great for Dak the last time he was injured, but he sucks right now. He's not, like, at least see what the guy that you gave up a draft pick for, see what he's got.
Do you
Right.
think-
I don't know.
Is it possible that Trey Lance maybe is just like that bad? Because the 49ers gave up on him
Maybe.
almost immediately. Like, they didn't even give him a chance to
But that
fight
was-
against Brock Purdy. They were like, no thanks. We're rocking
That
with
was
Brock.
after his injury, though, because if you remember before his injury, he looked like he was going to be really good, and then he was an ACL tear or Achilles or something. Something happened, and ever since then, I feel like his confidence has been diminished. But at least you're already not going to the playoffs. Just see what Trey Lance has. The worst could be like, what? He's worse than Cooper Rush? Okay, great. You don't start him again. You start Cooper Rush the rest of the season. Like, I don't know. To me, that Jerry Jones is a big question mark. He doesn't make any sense. And yes, I do think he's an idiot. You think I'm an idiot? Huh? Do you? Yeah, I do. I think you're a big idiot. So, all right, I think that wraps up our big no thank
Q.
yous
Sorry you had to hear that,
for. No,
Fuck
it's
you.
poor Q. It's
I
fine.
love Q.
I
Um,
do.
that wraps up our no thank you episode.
Thanksgiving. Do we want
No
to call it?
Thanksgiving. No thank yous. No thank yous are being given out this episode.
Thanks for giving this
Um,
episode.
As always, it's funny because ironically we thank the listeners at the end. But anyway, we're
No
not gonna worry
thank
about
you,
that.
viewers. No thank you.
Thank you. As always, before we wrap up and head out of here, we go around and we talk about the stuff that we are looking forward to coming up. So we'll just run through very quickly. Harold, what are you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to an excellent matchup this Sunday against the Buccaneers. I'm thankful that we get Tommy Cutlets back and maybe infuse some life into this carcass of a team. I'm thankful, and I guess I'm ready for the non-Daniel Jones era, I guess is what I'm looking forward to.
Yes, I would be too if I was a Giants fan, but I can't relate. Jared, what are you looking forward to?
Well, we got deer season starting this weekend, so I'm looking forward to that.
Ooh, big hunter.
With
Gonna
the
go
30
sit in
point
this
buck.
stand and freeze for 2 days.
So you sit in this. So
No, that's
by
not true. I
hunting,
got to stand with a heater, so.
I was gonna say by hunting you just sit there and drink beer.
No, I don't drink.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you don't drink.
Yeah. And then,
Forget that.
well,
Or
we
you
got
sit there and
Dolphins
smoke.
playing New England. Well, yeah, sometimes. Other than
Yeah,
that, yeah, we got the
Dolphins do
Dolphins
play
playing.
the Patriots.
Big games next Thursday, though.
Who's going?
Yeah, Packers.
Dolphins, Packers.
Oh,
Dolphins,
yeah.
Packers.
Are
You
we-
come
Yeah.
to Lambeau.
We are.
Are we
I
Packers
thought of
fans
going
for
to the
that? Are we
game, but I don't know
Dolphins
if I
fans
want
for
to.
that? What are we doing?
Harold, you don't get a
I'm
say
gonna stay
because
the same.
yeah.
We'll have a custody battle for what team I'm rooting for on Thursday.
Do you stay over there in New York?
Yeah, you
Nah,
yeah.
no. Okay.
Sorry, New Jersey.
Thank
Wherever it is. We don't know because they're both bad.
Facts.
All right. Dylan, what are you looking forward to?
You know, looking forward to holiday season. You know, Thanksgiving is next week, but
Yeah.
more importantly, you know, I'm more of a Christmas guy. I love the season,
Mm-hmm.
and I definitely love the Christmas movies. I'm looking
broke-
forward to breaking those out.
I broke down and did that last week already.
You did that last week already. What a guy!
Yeah, I know.
What a guy.
I usually
You
don't
know-
till after Thanksgiving, but
Listening to the episode while I was in Arizona, you guys were talking about some Christmas movies, and I'm surprised none of you mentioned Christmas Vacation. Clearly the GOAT. Honestly,
Oh,
it
I don't
is
know what's
great.
wrong with you all.
Dude, we could have a whole episode on Christmas movies.
Yeah, we
That's
really.
literally
why.
my favorite. It's so good.
though. It's up there, but I don't know if I can go my favorite.
Get out of here.
No.
No, because
Yeah.
I mean I've already said that my favorite is Home Alone. I think that's a great Christmas movie.
It is
Like
a
that
great one.
just like one
It's
and
good.
2 are the best.
It's good.
No, I would definitely
good.
say it's great. Okay, we're gonna talk about it later.
We
Yeah,
will
another
talk about it
episode.
later because this is
This
is
is
an
not that
argument.
episode. This is a no thank you episode. We're not
Right,
talking about Christmas
exactly.
stuff. All right.
We will though.
My thing that I'm looking forward to is the rivalry that is the Packers 49ers. That's a game I'm a little nervous about. A lot of people surprisingly enough, and I was surprised by this. The Packers are favored. I don't like it. I could easily see us kind of buffing this game, losing this game. That was the wrong
Yeah, I
terminology.
think you will.
All right, and yeah, so I'm looking forward to that, and then obviously the Thanksgiving holiday. Just looking forward to some time off, so that will be nice. So that is it. We will wrap up this episode. We just want to thank the listeners for tuning in to another episode of the Jerk Circle podcast. You guys can find us wherever you get your podcasts, whether it's Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or any other streaming platform that has podcasts. And we will catch you next Wednesday because we are doing an episode before Thanksgiving. So we will see you then. Say
Yeah.
goodbye, everybody.
Have a good night.
Goodbye.
No, thank you.
Big no thank yous.
Big no
Remember,
thank
no
you.
thank you.
No, thank you.
No,
The
thank you to
biggest
the onions. Remember that.
Oh,
Hey,
Ooh.
Harold.
leave onions out for Santa Claus. What?
No thank you.
Aw.
Oh, thank you.